This is one of my designs that I created with the help of AI. I don't know about you guys, but I love AI and the ability it has given me to create artistic things. I spent a lot of time on this design. With each white layer, I went through. It took me like hours to do this. I went through each spot with an eraser and made it perfect, and figuring out what design fits what you're seeing inside. This is just one of those that I fell in love with. I feel like AI has a bad rep because a lot of people use it as a replacement. I see it as more of a collaboration. It allows me to express myself while it's also expressing itself, because without the words that I type, there wouldn't be any images. So that was a huge tangent that I just went off on. Our clothing brand has gone through a few iterations. It originally started out as a brand about depression. I hadn't really gone through depression at that time. James has gone through depression his whole life, but I did go through depression after we started our clothing brand. It lasted probably about 4 years. I'm on the tail end of it now, but I'm still struggling. I feel this like emptiness inside of me sometimes. So our clothing brand has gone through a couple changes. First, it was about finding the light in the darkness of We Are Dark, which is what our clothing brand is called. It was like that for a while. James didn't feel like that represented him and how he felt. So we made our brand a lot darker, and it showed like darker images, the way we actually feel inside rather than how we would like to feel. However, that didn't fully satisfy me or him. It wasn't until we went on vacation to the Philippines this past summer, we realized that the reason we struggle is because we are gay, but we're not accepted in the straight world. And that's where our depression and our darkness comes from, or some of it at least. That's when we decided that our brand should represent the darkness that we feel by being gay. And now it feels like we're kind of going through another change. Not really a change, but like more adding on to the dark aspect of it. By being gay, we are stereotyped in such a way that everyone is flamboyant, everyone drinks alcohol, goes to rave parties, goes to clubs, listens to pop music. That is a very general term, and that can really get a lot of people who are gay down. If you don't feel like you fit into that category, then whenever you tell somebody that you're gay, you automatically know what they're going to think about you because of the stereotype that we have. So that has been a struggle for him. I fit that category in a few ways, so it hasn't really been a huge issue for me. But lately, as you guys know, I don't drink anymore. I've had a few here and there, but for the most part, I don't drink anymore, and I don't have a desire to drink. I don't want to drink, but when you're in a group and the peer pressure's on, then I kind of feel alienated, and I don't like feeling alienated. For the most part, I just avoid those situations. But that's really the challenge of just being gay in general, and everyone has stereotypes that we struggle with. It's just a hard thing that we stereotype each other. And originally I was just focused on the big goal, like where I wanted to be. And I realized that I haven't even figured out what my brand is about, because I'm learning so much as I keep growing in my own life. And I'm really figuring out what the darkness actually means to me. And I think that's what is really cool about our brand, is that our brand can actually evolve and change over time, as there's always a darkness. Maybe that darkness changes throughout your life. There will always be something dark in your life. It has to be there, because without it, there is no light. When we first started our clothing brand, we had a store, an actual retail location in Hawaii, and we saw really cool numbers, and it was really inspiring to see us growing as a company. Each sale, it felt like our momentum was growing. However, when we moved to Vegas, we closed our store and our sales fell off the roof, basically. They plummeted because we were just online. We decided to change our brand from a depression brand to a brand about depression of being gay or the struggle of being gay, that alienated most of our customers who were not gay. So we kind of have gone back to square one a few times with this brand, and each time it feels like starting all over. New website, new customers, and that's why I feel like I'm struggling with this brand so much. It reflects a lot of me inside, and it's the creative outlet that I really enjoy. And I love making these cool designs, and I get a little disheartened sometimes when I want to keep making more designs, but you can't just have a million designs on your website. So I have to take a pause on it and I guess wait for people to want them. Patience is what I'm working on at the moment, I suppose. I am proud. I'm proud that I am working on it, and I'm really proud that it's something I can tell people about that I've created that they can see. And I'm not working for someone else's creation. I'm creating my own creation. And that's what I feel like life is about, is coming together and creating something that other people can use and be excited by. I feel like that is the issue with a lot of depression, is we, until recently, we were little tribes of about 100 people spotted around the globe. Everyone had their role. That was their thing, and no one else did it. You had some cooks that cooked the breakfast and the dinner, and everyone had their role in the community, or a group or a couple people had their role, and that was their thing, and that gave them purpose. Depression comes when you feel like you have no purpose. So when my clothing brand isn't doing that well, I feel like I lose my purpose, because going back to that small community, little tribes that we all had a purpose. If I was making the clothes and I was the only one doing it, then everyone would be getting their clothes from me. And then I would be getting my food from whoever makes the food. And we all had this purpose that continually renewed itself. And I believe that's where a lot of my own depression has stemmed from. I'm doing these things, but it's not having an impact like I thought it would, or like I hoped it would. So that's currently where I'm at right now, struggling with purpose. Right now, all I can think about is finishing my books. I have to extend my first book by 5 years. A lot has happened. It ended on a happy ever after kind of note, and I want to include the depression that I went through in that book. And then book 2, I am adding a lot more conflict into it, because there are things that, since like James is in the book, that he said, I would have never said that. And so I'm adding all these things that is going to make it so much better. And book 3 is going to be a wow book. When I talk about these things, it brings me, I feel happy inside when I'm telling you guys about what I'm working on and what I'm excited by, because otherwise I just sit at my computer and I can't even edit videos because I feel empty inside. But when I sit down and I really think about what I'm working on and what I really want to do, and I tell you about it, it like brings this excitement inside of me, and it's like I can't wait to get to work on editing this video and working on my book. And it brings this childhood joy inside of me. And this video wasn't even about this, but I just discovered that my depression stems from losing my purpose on the things that I've created that I thought people would enjoy, that hasn't taken off yet. It's kind of funny that I've figured that out while recording this video, and I feel such a relief after I figured that out. It's like I feel like laughing. It's so interesting. So yeah, that is really cool. So starting small doesn't mean thinking small. It just means focusing on what's possible right now, because small wins stack up over time to become big wins. And that's what I need to keep reminding myself. Focus on the small things that you can do right now. What's one small step you could take today towards something bigger? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. We'll talk to you guys later.